1:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Catherine Pereira. The headlines. President Ranil Wickremesinghe says that measures will be taken to expand the digital technology in the country. More funds have been allocated on research. Sri Lanka to reach power purchase deal with Australian firm. The President states that separate development zones will be established for international trade. It has been stated that $6,336 million will be spent annually to import fuel, gas, milk powder and medicinal items. The budget debate is being conducted in Parliament for the 18th day today. In foreign news, Zelensky makes a plea for US aid ahead of Biden meeting. President Ranil Wickremesinghe says that measures will be taken to expand the digital technology in the country. Joining the debate in Parliament, he stated that more allocations have been made by the budget regarding the artificial intelligence and innovations. Skilled, full workforces are needed for the country. More funds have been allocated to the National Technology and Science Research Foundation to increase research. New technology will be utilized to enhance the rubber harvest. Measures will also be taken to develop the green technology system with the support of Germany and France. He said that discussions in this regard are being conducted with these countries. The President stated that separate development zones will be established for international trade. He made these remarks in Parliament answering to the questions raised by parliamentarian Anurakumara Dissanayake. State Minister Shehan Semasinghe says in Parliament today that $6,336 million will be spent annually to import fuel, gas, milk powder and medicinal items. Foreign debt exceeded 16,765 billion rupees by the 30th of September this year. The entire foreign debt is 8,920 billion rupees. The financial management is needed to rescue the country from this severe economic issue. The necessary legal framework is being prepared to charge taxes in this regard. More attention will be paid to obtain the second installment of the IMF for the development of the restructuring program. State Minister Ranjit Siamalapitiya says that the government is receiving 1 billion rupees in income from the pasting of a safety sticker to the packaging of imported liquor bottles, but the CID is conducting an investigation on forged stickers. The budget debate is being conducted in Parliament for the 18th day today. The vote on accounts of the Ministries of Investment Promotion and Technology will be taken up for debate. State Minister Kanaka Herath said that the budget has been presented to the island targeting the digital economic plan. Measures have been taken to develop the industrial sector speedily. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Enjoy interest-free installments on your shopping. Get a People's Credit Card from your nearest People's Bank today. Conditions apply.
Parliamentarian Eran Prikamaratna said that the country is not receiving investments due to the implementation of improper legal action. State Minister Shantha Bandara said that the Nuwara Eliya post office will not be sold and the Nuwara Eliya city will be developed as a special economic zone. The General Secretary of the Sri Lanka Podu Jana Peramuna, Parliamentarian Sagara Karyavasam, says that it is hoped to conduct main elections of 1 or 2 in the future. Measures will also be taken to strengthen the party targeting the victory. It is a glad instance to note that it was able to rebuild the law and peace in the country. They also accuse the JVP on creating issues in the country. The second anniversary of the party will be held at the Sugdadasa Stadium on Friday under the patronage of former President Mahinda Rajapaksa. The Cabinet of Ministers has green-lighted a proposal seeking to enter into a power purchase agreement with the Australia-based company United Solar Group. Taking to X, formerly Twitter, the Power and Energy Minister Kanchana Wijesekara said through this deal an investment will be made in a 700-megawatt solar power project with a 1,500-megawatt battery energy storage system. The solar power project will be installed on the surface of the Punakari tank in the Kilinochchi district with a foreign direct investment of $1,727 million, Wijesekara added.
Light up your life, light up your smile. This December, yeah. People's discounts coming your way. All over the place. December, yeah.
Enjoy special offers all over the place with People's Credit Cards this December with discounts of up to 75% at selected merchants. Enjoy interest-free installments on your shopping. Get a People's Credit Card from your nearest People's Bank today. Conditions apply.
The main news story is brought to you by Sinhala Mahatma.
State Minister Indika Anuruddha states that a committee has been appointed to look into the power failure which occurred island-wide recently.
The main news story was brought to you by Sinhala Mahatma.
This is Watchlight.
It has been reported that the Kottavila Court complex in the Mathara Kamburugama area was opened 2 years ago at a cost of 1,300 million rupees. However, there were no state or private banks as well as the ATM machines in the vicinity of the court complex. The people in the area have pointed out that they are facing many hardships for not having bank access facilities, as a large number of cases are being heard per week in this court. They requested relevant authorities to provide bank facilities to this area speedily.
Coming up, World News.
World News headline: Zelensky makes a plea for the US aid ahead of Biden meeting. Supreme Court asked to decide if Trump can be prosecuted. French left and right unite to stop migration bill. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky issued an impassioned appeal for continued US military aid as he arrived in Washington on Monday. Addressing military officials, he said Ukraine is not fighting just for its own freedom but for global democracy. His comments come as an aid package worth billions languishes in Congress amid a partisan political row. Rebuking Republicans who are blocking the aid, Mr. Zelensky called the delay a dream come true for Vladimir Putin. The US Supreme Court has been asked to decide whether Donald Trump can be prosecuted for crimes he allegedly committed while he was president. Jack Smith, the special counsel overseeing 2 criminal investigations into Mr. Trump, asked the court on Monday for a quick ruling on whether he is immune from federal prosecution. The top court later agreed to consider his request. It asked Mr. Trump's legal team to file a response by the 20th of December. The justices, however, gave no indication of how or when they would ultimately rule. A key immigration reform bill supported by French President Emmanuel Macron's government has been defeated. MPs from the far right, far left and moderate right and left voted yesterday to reject the bill. The government says the bill aims both to control immigration and better integrate migrants. The left argues its measures are too repressive, while the right says the version presented to Parliament is not tough enough. The bill would make it easier for the government to expel migrants who are sentenced to prison sentences of 5 years or longer and make it more difficult for migrants to bring family members to France, among other measures. And now the main points of the World News segment once again. Zelensky makes a plea for US aid ahead of Biden meeting. The Supreme Court asked to decide if Trump can be prosecuted. French left and right unite to stop migration bill. That was World News.
Development News.
Sri Lanka will host the 37th session of the Asia-Pacific Regional Conference of the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations from the 19th of February to the 22nd in Colombo. The Asia-Pacific Regional Conference will enable ministers of agriculture and high officials from 46 member countries across the Asia-Pacific region to discuss challenges and priorities related to food and agriculture, promoting regional coherence.
Moving on with sports news.
The 2024 schedule edition of the 2024 of the Bangladeshi Premier League will clash to varying extents with those of 5 of the T20 leagues in the January-February window. The BCB announces the schedule of the tournament of the 19th of January to the 1st of March. The ILT20 in the UAE will be held from the 19th of January to the 17th of February. The South Africa 20 League in South Africa will be held from January 10th to February 10th. The BBL in Australia, which starts on the 7th of December, will run till January 24th. The Super Smash in New Zealand will be played from December 19th to January 28th, and the PSL in Pakistan will be played from mid-February to mid-March, which might affect the BPL the most, since many of the franchises rely heavily on Pakistan for their overseas recruits.
Go ekakiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු වීන හැබැයි කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all-new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Port City Colombo showcased its commitment to sustainable development and global economic cooperation at the 3rd Commonwealth Trade and Investment Summit held in London recently. CTI is known for bringing together senior business leaders and ministers from across the Commonwealth's 5 regions, provided an ideal platform for PCC to engage in critical discussions on promoting trade and investment opportunities.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekak thiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න as වහගෙන දැකපු වීන හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IAM, a plan for your dream.
And now in economic news.
The National Chamber of Commerce of Sri Lanka takes pleasure in announcing the National Business Excellence Awards 2024 for the 19th consecutive year. The flagship event will be held on Thursday at 3 p.m. at the National Chamber Auditorium in Colombo 10.
Weather report.
Showers will occur at times in the eastern and Uva provinces and the Matale and Polonnaruwa districts. Several spells of showers will occur in the northern province and in the Anuradhapura and Hambantota districts. Showers or thundershowers will occur at several places in the Sabaragamu and western provinces and in the Kandinuva, Eliagal, Matara districts after 1 p.m. too, and fairly heavy showers above 75 mm are likely at some places. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in the western, Sabaragamu, central, southern and Uva provinces in the morning. That was with the report, and now the headlines of this news broadcast once again. President Ranil Wickremesinghe says that measures will be taken to expand the digital technology in the country. More funds have been allocated on research. Sri Lanka to reach power purchase deal with Australian firm. The President states that separate development zones will be established for international trade. It has been stated that $6,336 million will be spent annually to import fuel, gas and milk powder and medicinal items. The budget debate is being conducted in Parliament for the 18th day today. In foreign news, Zelensky makes a plea for US aid ahead of Biden meeting. That concludes this news broadcast. You're with Radio Sri Lanka. Your time ticks on to 1:27 and 30 seconds. You're with Radio Sri Lanka.